welcome to handlebars.com. And once again, it's me, Miles Moxley. And I am happy to show you something that will totally revolutionize your fenders. They're boring, let's just face it. I wanted to put some flair on it, so that's why I call these the new Devil Ray fender flares. And with your box, you will get, as usual, our white famous chalk marker, along with your hardware. And we recommend that you use a drill for the install, along with a 5/16 drill bit. I want you to have it simple. They come, all of our stuff comes standard with 3/4, 1/4-20 nuts, washers, and bolts. Okay, you're going to use a 3/16 Allen, 11mm wrench, some thread blocker blue, and that's it. Let's begin and show you this install. For this install with our brand new Devil Ray fender flares, and as you can see, you might notice that my wheel is gone. Well, on the original Can-Am rims, you can, and I've done it, fit my fingers in between there and the fender with the tire to get the nuts on the back of where I'm going to drill these holes. But as you can see, I upgraded and got the PPA rims, and they come out a little further against the fender than the stock rims. Now, as usual, we're going to use our white chalk marker, and the first piece goes towards the top of your fender here. Once you get the holes lined up where you want them, you take your white chalk marker and you mark out the holes where they need to be drilled at. Then you're going to take your drill and you're going to drill the holes where they need to go. Now, there is a cavity in between this piece under here where they fit perfectly for the size nuts provided, okay? The next thing we're going to do after we drill the holes is we're going to get our hardware together, our 3/4-20 nuts and bolts and our washers, and we're going to start this install. Okay, now as you can see, we have 3 holes here, so we're going to get out 3 bolts, washers, and nuts, and get all that ready. Now, I know I showed you there's a way to do it like this, and then you can do them the opposite way if you want to. I prefer this method. They fit better like this. You'll see that this bottom piece comes down and it fits in there. And then you'll have your straight edge that comes up at the top. That's how you know this is the top. Also, it's shorter than this. This is elongated, okay? So that way you know they're on the proper way. All right, now as you're installing these, you want to put your bolts in just a little bit, as you see there. And what you're going to feel for, if you have your tire on, is that nut against the bolt, right? And what I do is I grab it with 2 fingers and then I push against there with one and hold it there, until I feel it coming in place. Once I feel that little bit of pressure, I let off. Then I put my 11mm wrench onto it and then screw it in place. And as I said before, this is plastic. You don't want to over tighten, but you want to make sure that they're snug. Do a little extra and then repeat. After we got the top part of your fender flare, now we're going to work on the bottom. And as you can see, there's one bolt here and there's 3 up here. We're going to drill into the bottom part of your fender, and then on the 3 on the sides. You're going to put it in place where you want it. You mark out your holes with your white chalk marker. Then you're going to drill the holes with your 5/16 drill bit. And then we're going to start the install. I kind of put my knee up there to prop it up for a second. We put our blue thread lock on there. I usually use medium strength. It holds good, but not so much to where it you can't get it back off. Then as usual, I start hand tight my bolt so that way it don't go anywhere. And then we just repeat the process 3 more times. A little bit of thread lock on the tops there. Don't have to have much. Line up your holes. Like before, you get in there with 2 fingers. Put your washer on. 2 fingers. Get in there. Get it started. And then repeat.